Your morning shapes your mind, and your mind shapes your health. For those living with depression, anxiety, or emotional instability, the first few hours after waking can be the most difficult. The brain is foggy, motivation is low, and the smallest tasks can feel overwhelming. But science shows that what you do in the morning can have a powerful effect on your mood, mental health, and even your blood sugar. Depression and blood sugar are more connected than most people realize. Stress and emotional imbalance can cause cortisol and adrenaline levels to rise, pushing glucose levels higher, even in the absence of food. In return, unstable blood sugar can worsen mood swings, fatigue, and brain fog, creating a vicious cycle that many diabetics or emotionally sensitive individuals struggle to break. But small changes in your morning routine can interrupt this pattern and help you start the day with balance, clarity, and emotional strength. You don't need hours of free time or a complicated wellness plan. Even simple steps like light movement, mindful breathing, or avoiding certain triggers can make a real difference. These habits help regulate brain chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, while also reducing inflammation and supporting healthy glucose control. The key is not perfection, but consistency. If your mornings often feel heavy, rushed, or out of control, this guide is for you. Because the right habits not only lift your mood, but also protect your long-term mental and metabolic health. So ask yourself, are your mornings quietly feeding your depression or helping you rise above it? 1. Wake up at the same time every day. Stabilize your mind and hormones. One of the simplest ways to support your mental health and blood sugar is to wake up at the same time every morning, even on weekends. A consistent wake-up time helps regulate your body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm. This rhythm controls your sleep patterns, hormone release, mood, and metabolism. When it's stable, your body and mind function more smoothly. When it's disrupted, everything can feel off. Depression often goes hand in hand with irregular sleep. Some people sleep too much, others struggle with insomnia, and many wake up feeling tired no matter how long they sleep. Irregular sleep-wake cycles confuse the brain's chemistry. Hormones like serotonin, melatonin, and cortisol fall out of balance. This not only affects mood, but also disrupts insulin sensitivity and raises blood sugar levels. Waking up at the same time every day, ideally within a 30-minute window, trains your brain to follow a natural rhythm. It helps regulate cortisol, the hormone that rises in the morning to give you energy. When this hormone follows a healthy cycle, it reduces stress levels and prevents the sharp glucose spikes often seen in diabetics. Even if you don't feel fully rested, getting up at a consistent hour helps train your body over time. Within a week or two, you'll notice falling asleep becomes easier, and waking up feels more natural. Your mental fog may lessen, and your mood will become more stable. This habit also creates a sense of structure, something depression often takes away. To make it easier, avoid screens before bedtime, keep your sleep environment cool and dark, and avoid caffeine late in the day. Place your alarm across the room so you're forced to get out of bed. 2. Get natural morning sunlight. Boost mood and reset your brain. Your brain and body are wired to respond to natural light. Getting exposure to morning sunlight within the first hour of waking can dramatically improve your mental health and help regulate blood sugar. It may seem like a small habit, but it has a deep biological impact, especially for those struggling with depression, anxiety, or emotional fatigue. Sunlight signals your brain to stop producing melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy, and start producing serotonin, the feel-good chemical responsible for mood, focus, and motivation. When serotonin levels rise in the morning, you're more likely to feel calm, alert, and emotionally balanced throughout the day. In people with depression, serotonin is often low. Morning sunlight is a natural, free way to support its production. Exposure to natural light also helps regulate your circadian rhythm, making it easier to sleep at night. Better sleep leads to better emotional control, lower cortisol levels, and improved insulin sensitivity. This means your blood sugar becomes more stable, and your brain becomes more resilient to stress. It's a double benefit for your mood and your metabolism. You don't need to sit in the sun for hours. Just 10 to 15 minutes near a window, on a balcony, or in an open area is enough. If the weather is cloudy or you live in a place with limited sunlight, sitting near a bright window still helps. Some people even use a light therapy box during darker months to mimic the effects of morning light. Pair this time with a quiet activity like sipping water, stretching, or practicing gratitude. It's not just the sunlight, but the calm environment that helps reset your brain chemistry. Over time, this habit can help reduce feelings of hopelessness, improve your energy levels, and bring a sense of peace to your mornings. 3. Start your day with movement. Activate mood and lower blood sugar. When you wake up feeling emotionally low or physically drained, the last thing you may want to do is move. But even gentle movement in the morning can create powerful changes in both your brain and your blood sugar. Physical activity increases endorphins, your brain's natural mood boosters, and improves insulin sensitivity, which helps regulate glucose levels. Exercise doesn't have to be intense or long. A simple 10 to 15-minute walk, a few stretches, or light yoga can be enough to shift your mindset. The act of moving gets your blood flowing, wakes up your muscles, and helps flush out the cortisol that builds up during the night. It also triggers the release of serotonin and dopamine, neurochemicals that are often low in people struggling with depression. For diabetics, this habit is especially valuable. Morning exercise helps counter the dawn phenomenon, where blood sugar rises naturally in the early hours. By engaging your muscles early, you give your body a reason to use that extra glucose instead of letting it stay in your bloodstream. This creates a smoother blood sugar curve and helps prevent mood dips and energy crashes later in the day. If getting started feels hard, begin slowly. Do light stretching in bed. Try walking in place while brushing your teeth. Play soft music and move your body gently. The key is to link movement with positive feelings, not pressure or guilt. Over time, morning movement becomes more than a physical habit. It becomes a mindset shift. You start your day by choosing action over stagnation, which can help break through the heaviness that depression often brings. 4. Eat a protein-rich, low-sugar breakfast. Fuel mood and steady blood sugar. Your first meal doesn't just feed your body, it feeds your brain. If you're struggling with depression or low energy in the morning, what you eat can make a big difference. A breakfast high in protein and low in sugar helps stabilize your mood, sharpen your focus, and control blood sugar throughout the day. When you eat sugary or high-carb foods in the morning, like white bread, sweet cereals, or fruit juices, they cause a rapid rise in blood glucose. That spike is quickly followed by a crash, leaving you tired, irritable, and mentally foggy. For people already dealing with depression or anxiety, this crash can worsen emotional instability. It can also make it harder to stay productive or motivated through the morning. A balanced breakfast with protein, fiber, and healthy fats helps avoid this crash. Protein-rich foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, nuts, tofu, or a small portion of lentils help slow digestion and provide the brain with the amino acids it needs to produce neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, both essential for mental health. Adding some vegetables, avocado, or a slice of whole grain toast gives you steady energy without the sugar rush. If you're short on time, consider preparing something simple the night before, like chia pudding with nuts or boiled eggs with a handful of spinach. Smoothies made with unsweetened almond milk, a scoop of protein powder, and a spoon of flaxseed can also be quick and effective. Just avoid high-sugar fruits or added sweetener. This habit also supports consistent medication timing. If you take antidepressants or diabetes medications in the morning, having food in your stomach can improve absorption and reduce side effects like nausea or dizziness. So each morning, ask yourself, is my breakfast feeding a better mood or silently making things worse? 5. Practice stillness. Calm the mind before the day begins. In a world that moves fast, your mind needs space to slow down, especially in the morning. For those struggling with depression, anxiety, or mood swings, starting the day with even 5 minutes of stillness can bring clarity, emotional balance, and lower stress levels. That's not just good for your mental health, It's good for your blood sugar too. Stillness doesn't mean doing nothing. It means pausing with intention. It could be quiet breathing, meditation, prayer, journaling, or simply sitting in silence while focusing on your breath. These quiet moments lower cortisol levels, reduce racing thoughts, and help the nervous system shift from a stressed state to a calm one. In this calm state, your body becomes more responsive to insulin, which helps regulate your glucose levels more efficiently. Depression often fills the mind with noise, worry, regret, hopelessness. Stillness interrupts that noise. It helps you separate who you are from what you feel. You may still have negative thoughts, but you learn to observe them rather than be controlled by them. And over time, this emotional distance creates space for healing. You don't need to be an expert in mindfulness or meditation. Just sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Inhale through your nose, exhale slowly through your mouth. If your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Even doing this for 5 minutes each morning can train your brain to respond with calm instead of panic. Some people find comfort in writing down 3 things they're grateful for, or repeating a calming phrase. Others simply sit in silence. There's no perfect method. The key is to make this stillness a habit. 6. Set a small goal for the day. Create purpose and direction. Depression often makes the day feel heavy before it even begins. The mind can get stuck in a loop of hopelessness, where even simple tasks seem overwhelming. That's why setting one small, clear goal each morning can make a powerful difference. It gives your day structure, purpose, and a reason to move forward, even if everything else feels uncertain. This goal doesn't need to be big. In fact, the smaller and more achievable it is, the better. It could be something as simple as take a 10-minute walk, cook a healthy lunch, or call a friend. The point is to give your mind something positive to focus on, something that feels possible. Achieving even one small task releases dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. That boost can lift your mood and build momentum for the rest of the day. This habit also improved decision-making and self-control, 2 areas often weakened by both depression and unstable blood sugar. When you start your day with clarity, you're more likely to eat better, move your body, take your medication on time, and avoid emotional triggers. It puts you in control, instead of feeling like the day is controlling you. Write the goal down or say it out loud. It helps your brain take it more seriously. If you struggle to come up with something, try this prompt. What is one thing I can do today that will support my mental or physical health? Keep it realistic. Success builds confidence, and confidence creates strength. Over time, this habit trains your mind to expect progress, not perfection. Even on hard days, you'll have a small win to hold on to. So before your day begins, ask yourself, what is one thing I can accomplish today that will help me feel better, even just a little? Mental health struggles often begin quietly, and so does healing. The way you spend your morning can shape the rest of your day, for better or worse. Depression may make it hard to get out of bed, hard to plan, and hard to care. But the 6 habits we've explored are small steps that help break that pattern. They're not cures, but they are powerful tools to regain control over your thoughts, your body, and your blood sugar. Waking up at the same time, getting natural sunlight, moving your body, eating the right breakfast, practicing stillness, and setting one clear goal. They may seem simple, but together, they create a solid foundation for better emotional and physical health. Each habit supports brain chemistry, reduces stress, and keeps your blood sugar more stable throughout the day. That means fewer mood crashes, more energy, and a greater sense of calm and focus. These aren't quick fixes. They are daily choices that build long-term strength. Even if you only manage 1 or 2 habits at first, that's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. What matters is showing up for yourself each morning, even in small ways. Over time, these habits create rhythm, structure, and hope. They remind you that you are not powerless. You are part of your own healing process. So as you begin each day, don't ask yourself how you feel. ask yourself what habit you can do to feel better. And if this guide helped you or someone you care about, please like this video and share it. Because even one good morning can change the course of someone's whole day.